أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وأنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي أحدكم الموت فيقول رب لولا أخرتني إلى أجل قريب فأصدق وأكن من الصالحين ولن يؤخر الله نفسا إذا جاء أجلها والله خبير بما تعملون.
غصن من الذكرى يميل أحيا بنا الشوق العليل مرت كما الحلم الجميل يا حلوها تلك السنين يا حلوها تلك السنين دار الذكر علم ونور.
Alhamdulillah, with your support, Ummah Welfare Trust has been active across relief and disaster zones this year, providing support to well over 3 million of our brothers and sisters. In response to emergency disasters, Ummah Welfare Trust has spent close to £10 million in this past year. Focus, like previous years, has remained on Syria, where ongoing conflict has today left an estimated 13 million people needing assistance. Alhamdulillah, the charity's efforts have increased considerably since last year, with around 1 million needy Muslims here benefiting from your donations. Particular focus has been given to hungry families in besieged areas. Starving residents in Madaya, Daraya, Muadamiya and Qalamun have either received daily cooked meals or dry food provisions. While fresh bread has been provided across several besieged areas, including Hula, Ghouta and northeast Hama.
Thank you, Orphan.
نشكر الجمعية الخيرية على الدعم للحولة المحاصرة لدعم الخبز والمزيد إن شاء الله وجزاء الله خير.
Families who fled the heavy fighting in Aleppo have also received cooked meals daily. And the charity's main bread factory in Idlib continues to support hundreds of displaced families in Ariha and Binish with fresh bread daily. From the UK, 14 containers of relief supplies have been sent to Syria. Tens of thousands of embattled residents have benefited from your clothes, milk powder, hygiene supplies, and even personalized gift boxes. Meanwhile, 6 schools in besieged Ghouta, East Damascus, are fully subsidized, and over 2,500 orphans across the country are given monthly support. Alhamdulillah, earlier this year, a further 2,500 widows in Syria were given large cash grants. Across the Middle East, in nearby Iraq and Yemen, Ummah Welfare Trust continues to respond to civil strife by providing thousands of displaced families with emergency food and hygiene supplies. Alhamdulillah, Ummah Welfare Trust has also responded and continues to respond to the forgotten violence in the Central African Republic, where this year over 5,000 families who had fled to neighbouring Chad were assisted with food supplies. The Ummah has also had to contend with natural disasters this past year. Earthquake-hit families in Pakistan and Nepal have been supported with food, hygiene supplies and shelter.
إلى البعد عن أهله والوطن.
And as part of the emergency relief, this year's winterization program, which spanned 9 countries, enabled over 70,000 struggling families to keep warm and survive the winter. Alhamdulillah, this year larger efforts took place in Syria and Afghanistan. More recently this year, in response to the massive drought engulfing Africa, Ummah Welfare Trust has supported hungry families in Ethiopia, northern Somalia, Malawi and Sudan. And around the same time, impoverished residents in southern Afghanistan have received emergency food assistance. With your help, emergency efforts across the Ummah are ongoing. For last year's Ramadan program, Ummah Welfare Trust spent over £5 million providing iftar meals to poor families in Africa, Eastern Europe, Asia and the Middle East.
وأكون للخير العميم مثالا أسمو وأجتاز السماء جلالا فأزيد أسراب الغيوم جمالا وألون الدنيا بأجمل بسمة
Alhamdulillah, this level of work was maintained for the blessed month of Dhul Hijjah, where the charity spent £1.5 million sacrificing over 12,000 animals.
أسماؤه وتعالى وأكون للوطن الحبيب مشيدا أنمى إليه وأستفيض جلا وأراقب الرحمن جل جلاله.
School children in the UK have also played a role. This year's Kids for Kids campaign saw around 20,000 children raise over £200,000. Alhamdulillah, this money bought gifts and clothes for displaced children in Gaza, Syria, Iraq, Somalia and the Philippines.
وأكون للخير العميم مثالا وأبر محتسبا بأم وأب.
In sync with the emergency programs, Ummah Welfare Trust's development work continues to support thousands of Muslims each year. Over £1 million has been spent providing medical aid in this past year. Work has included the provision of free cataract surgery and dialysis treatment, the subsidizing of medical clinics in deprived communities, and the free provision of equipment and medicines. And importantly, related to health, £1.1 million has been spent providing clean water to communities in Somalia, Gaza, South Asia and the Far East. Imparting knowledge and tarbiyah also continues to remain a concern for the charity. With your help, in this past year, over 41 new masjids have been built, while 1,500 students of the Quran and around 800 teachers have been given monthly support. Alhamdulillah, considerable efforts have taken place in Gaza this year, where the construction of a new children's trauma center and a new da'wah and education center will be completed, inshallah. The trauma center will provide unmatched rehabilitation and care to Gaza's many shell-shocked children, while the new da'wah center will offer free higher education and courses to Gaza's many students. The future of this ummah will always remain a priority. 9,300 orphans are today enrolled onto Ummah Welfare Trust's Orphan Sponsorship Program. Alhamdulillah, the work continues on many fronts. Please continue supporting the charity in assisting our brothers and sisters and earn Allah's pleasure in this life and the next.
وأكون في عمل التطوع قدوة وأصوغ من عزم الرجال